Howdy, folks. I'm Patty, the plodding panda.
I'm Achy Amber.
And here's some achy Reddit. Poor Amber, she's having a headache today, so she won't be joining us, and we're going to keep it a shorter episode today. Let's get started. Alright, folks, our first letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for No Longer Wanting to Go Over to My In-Laws After They Refused to Let Me Get into Their Pool? I am a 24-year-old female, and my boyfriend, a 23-year-old male, were invited to a football draft pool party at his parents' house. They had just moved to Florida, so everyone flew in to draft their players. They just bought a new house in Florida, and now they have a pool. His parents invited my boyfriend over, and since my boyfriend is in charge of the draft, and because we live in an apartment and needed a bigger place to host the party, his dad usually hosts the party and offered to do it this past year, which we greatly appreciated. Anyways, fast forward, I helped put together the board where the guys can write their players on every round and helped my boyfriend's mom set up the food. The party started and I changed into my swimsuit. I was finishing up setting the food with his mother when my boyfriend asked me to come outside. He wanted me to get in the pool. I'd like to note that I was wearing a one-piece and it was not revealing as I wanted to respect everyone there, plus I felt more comfortable in it anyways. I have body image issues. When I was unbuttoning my shorts, his dad called me inside. My boyfriend's dad and mom pulled me into their room and proceeded to tell me that no women are allowed in the pool. The reason is because they don't want to distract the men or make them uncomfortable.
Oh, okay. Distract them from fantasy football drafting.
I mean, have you ever seen men around fantasy football? They're undistractable. Like, I don't know how they could possibly be distracted at that point in time. It's pretty ridiculous. I was in shock, and I didn't know what to say back. It was their home after all, so I just said okay, and I didn't press it any further. Fast forward, and my boyfriend is asking me where I am via text, and I tell him that I'm inside helping his mom, but still he insisted that I come outside and talk again. He tells me to get in again, and I keep telling him that I don't want to, trying not to make a scene or play victim. He noticed my odd behavior, and when I finally told him the truth, he was mad. He told his parents that they were out of line and that rule was unnecessary and stupid. They still said no to me getting in the pool. Later the next day, we are going home, and I brought up how I felt. I felt small, disrespected, and quite frankly embarrassed. I further explained that his parents were extremely inconsiderate for inviting us over and never telling us this rule that they suddenly made. He told me that they are old school, and that I told him that they were ignorant and inconsiderate and that I didn't feel comfortable going over again. He told me that I was being overdramatic. Am I the jerk for not wanting to go over to my in-laws anymore? Alright folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Not the jerk. What your boyfriend needed to do was just get up and leave. I don't care if he's in charge of the fantasy football thing.
Yeah.
Just get up and go be like, okay, you're not going to treat my girlfriend like an equal, well, we're leaving.
Yeah, take your football and go home. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think that's the purpose of taking your ball and going home, right? Mm-hmm. For these points right here. So I don't think that OP has any... is wrong at all. Mm-hmm. She felt disrespected, and until they rectify their behavior, this is just not good. Yeah,
and like this whole women are not a distraction for the mere fact of existing. Like, it's on other people to keep their concentration on their fantasy football, mm-hmm. you know? And it's not like this is some like high stakes exam or something.
Yeah.
No, we're just fantasy football. We can't be distracted.
And plus, like, why is it her problem if they can't control themselves?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. But yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
So if they're ogling her, that's not her problem. Mm-hmm. In fact, they're being rude if that's the case. Mm-hmm. And they just need to control themselves. Plain and simple. Mm-hmm. That's my thoughts. So anyhow, take care and good luck. And Dora, the Urban Explorer, says, not the jerk, your in-laws just informed you that you are a distraction to men. You are not a person with human feelings. You are something to be hidden. When asked to reconsider, they double down. They don't see you as an equal to your boyfriend. And if your boyfriend doesn't support you on this, do you need him? Mm-hmm. Elvia Gara says, Could you imagine them as grandparents? What a toxic nightmare. All right, folks, our next letter is titled Update. It's a very short title. No, this is the story where OP's son made the wedding dress, and the bride-to-be was like, you can't come, and everyone speculated it's because he was gay. So this is the update to that story.
And the son had made the dress for free to her exact specifications.
Yeah, over like months. Months of effort. Sorry for the delay, but it's been a busy week. Many family members skipped my sister's wedding and decided to have a party at my cousin's house instead of attending the wedding. My sister is obviously very upset and has cut us all off of her social media. She got another dress to get married, but everyone thought it was cheap compared to what she was going to wear. And I would also like to inform you that someone has already bought the dress that my son made. It was for a good price, and that will help him cover his college costs. There's not much to say, but I'd just like to make this a final point to let you guys know. Alright folks, well, what do you think of that update there?
I mean, it's too bad that the sister is still so clinging to her homophobia that she, you know, I'm glad that they were able to sell the dress to someone who hopefully will value it and value the son's work and not just see him as like useful when he can do something for them. Yeah.
I think that this was a very sad situation. I think there were really some very sad elements that the sister didn't come around in the end and actually invite him. And I know that the son was able to get money off of this, but I don't know if that I view this as like a win situation in some respects.
But it's good that a lot of the family members did stick up and have the alternate party. I mean, I think the sister just needs to be shown that her homophobia will not be tolerated.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just very unfortunate. I just view it as very unfortunate. So I'm glad he was able to have a lot of supportive family members. I'm glad people were on his side, and that he also was able to sell a dress at 17. Imagine being able to make a wedding dress at 17, a good enough one where someone's like, oh yeah, I'll buy that. That's talent right there. So congratulations to your son. Anyhow, take care and good luck. All right, folks, it is tea time. Grab your beverages of choice. I've got some tea right here, and Amber, she's got a joke for us.
What kind of cats like to go bowling?
Well, the kinds of cats that like to go bowling are the ones that hang out in the alley.
Yeah, alley cats.
Alley cats?
Yeah. I have one more then. What do butterflies sleep on?
What do butterflies sleep on? Well, I know this from personal experience because I
have a good friend who's a butterfly.
Well, no, I'm actually a butterfly mattress salesman on the side. It's actually one of my many professions, and I can tell you exactly what butterflies sleep on. You see, what we do in the industry is we get some straw and some hay, and we package it up into a little tiny miniature bed. And we wrap it in some cloth, depending on the butterfly specifications. And that little tiny rectangle is what butterflies sleep on.
They sleep on caterpillars.
And I have Earl Grey. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks so much for watching. Amber, what's the moral of the story today?
I guess one moral we could take away is just don't be sexist and homophobic, you know? Don't create arbitrary rules because people existing in their skin are not a distraction, and don't treat different people differently because they're gay and try and take things from them and then be like, sorry, I don't care about you. You're useless to me now.
Yeah, it's a good moral. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you all. Oh, happy Friday, Junior.
Happy Friday, Junior.
I almost missed it. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Bye.